A Philly upset.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think they could pull off the upset. They almost beat them in 2022. And, I mean, look, you could say the Chiefs, everybody almost beats them, right?
Sure.
Their last 2 Super Bowl victories have been by 3 points. And the other one, the last one was in overtime, you know, with the Niners. So,
and the one before they were down by 10 with 7 minutes left.
What
They
they
ended up
win that
winning
by ultimately?
They ended up winning by 11.
But yeah,
they were down 10 with 7 minutes
Absolutely.
left. They just went 3 straight touchdowns.
yeah, so you're probably going to be in the game. I would argue that is this Chiefs team better than that team in 22? Mahomes was at least statistically playing at a higher level in 2022. The defense, it's a shift.
Yeah.
Now the defense is much better than it was back then. I would say Philly is better. Now that was a great Philly team too, but
Philly's
this team,
better.
the defense is better. That defense is good, but this defense is
unbelievable
better.
at getting to the quarterback, but
Yes,
not great at the
not
other
overall.
stuff.
This defense is on paper better, and the offense is what it was then,
Plus.
except you got Saquon now. I think Jalen is similar. I mean, people might – I know he was second in the MVP race in 2022, but I think he's playing at a similar
He didn't get worse
level.
as a player.
No.
He didn't have
And-
the same year.
Yeah, and when he has to throw it, he's thrown it well, at least recently. So, yeah, I think they can. I think what they have to do is it has to be a big Saquon game. You got to try to keep Mahomes off the field.
Never works.
But
We
here's
say that all
the
the
thing
time.
also, and I don't know that it'll happen against the Chiefs, but Saquon breaks long runs. He's like their explosive playmaker.
Yeah.
So that's great if he breaks a 60-yarder, but also doesn't take up time of possession. So.
I'm going to show you 2 graphics because I'm torn. First of all, I'm true to the statement that's really sweeping the nation. Defense wins championships. So this would make you think I'm an Eagles guy, right? We also just saw Spags take apart the Bills. And Josh showed me this graphic. I said, ooh, I don't like this one at all.
Yeah.
Mahomes' career
He
versus
owns
Vic Fangio's
Fangio,
defense.
and that doesn't.
8-0. And
and-
granted, it's a little bit of Dolphins, a little bit of Broncos. So
Oh,
maybe
it's only 1 Dolphins.
well, it's still a playoff game.
Yeah, or I guess
freezing
then 2
cold.
Dolphins, 1 regular season, 1 playoff.
So this doesn't look good at all.
Well, and keep in mind, it's not included in that, but the Eagles brought Vic Fangio in to be a consultant for the Super Bowl against Mahomes, and the Chiefs scored 38 points. And every single yard they could have gotten in the second half, they literally got every single yard. So here's the thing. The answer to this is yes. I thought there was a 0% chance the Chiefs lost to the Texans, and I acted like as such. You guys know I thought they could lose to the Bills.
Yeah.
I didn't think they would. I thought they could. I don't think they will. They can lose this game. And the one odd part of Patrick's pristine resume is beginnings of Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Like there isn't the beginnings of Super Bowls across the board. He hasn't been amazing. Now he has been perfect at the end of them, save the Tampa Super Bowl, which was 31-9 going into the 4th. That one, the end was not really in question so much. Where I disagree, I don't know if I disagree with Drew, but one thing that I will say is this: Saquon Barkley is not going to destroy the Chiefs. They are too well coached. They are too good at tackling. I think he'll be. I'm not saying they're going to shut him down.
Yeah.
What I can tell you is what Saquon Barkley has done to everyone, that will not happen against the Chiefs. Now, they still can win, but it's going to take another great Jalen Hurts game.
And you know what? I don't feel like having the conversation about can Jalen Hurts do it again? Because, excuse me if I'm allergic to the nonsense that we just hear about this Philadelphia Eagles team again and again. Cook was able to play great against the Kansas City Chiefs. For the Buffalo Bills, why can't Saquon Barkley? And yeah, the Chiefs have an awesome defense. They have the second best defense in the NFL. Top defense. No mistake about it. And it's not going to be easy for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not out here saying the Philadelphia Eagles are winning the Super Bowl. But if we're now going to go paint this conversation in the way where they're like, I'm telling you right now, Saquon Barkley won't be able to do what he does to everyone else. And that's going to take a big game from Jalen Hurts. And I just don't know if he can do it. I'm just not having that conversation for the next 12 days until the Super Bowl. I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it. Because every single playoff game, we had to listen to the nonsense. And Jalen Hurts, he's coming back from a concussion, not looking good. I think they're going to lose to the Packers. And Jalen Hurts played really bad against the Rams. It's a snow day, and I don't know, Saquon Barkley. This is what so-and-so does against Fangio's defenses. Look at Sean McVay's record against this and that. The Commanders, I don't know, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. I'm just not doing it. Nope. Not doing it. Philadelphia Eagles fans had to endure that every single day since the beginning of the playoffs. They've had to endure that every single day since the beginning of this season. They've had to endure this every single day for the last 3-4 years. And now we're leading into the Super Bowl, and it's just the same thing. The Texans rushed for 149 yards, 5.1 yards per carry. Joe Mixon, 18 carries for 88 yards, 4.9 yards. The Bills, 32 carries, 147 yards, 4.6 yards per carry. James Cook, 13 carries, 85 yards, 6.5 yards per carry, and a long of 33, by the way. So tell me, why can't Saquon do that? Why do we have to continue to have just nonsense biased conversations? Are we going to say that the Chiefs are going to make it hard for Saquon? Yeah, absolutely. This is the Kansas City Chiefs. These are the two top teams in the NFL. The two best teams in the NFL. Hence why they're playing against each other in the Super Bowl. Absolutely. Will Saquon be slowed down a bit? Probably. Again, it's the Super Bowl. And Spags is an awesome defensive coordinator. Absolutely. But can we just stop pretending like these things are guarantees? That these are truths? Why is it that every negative towards the Philadelphia Eagles is a guaranteed truth? That's what I want to know. It's a guaranteed truth. And then we want to use Fangio's record against Patrick Mahomes when he was with the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. What are we talking about? Please tell me, what are we arguing here? What are we discussing? They did the same thing with like Russell Wilson, I think, versus Fangio or something, or Lamar Jackson versus Fangio. I don't even remember. Why are these things used as guaranteed truths, as guaranteed predictors of what the future will be? When it's other teams, it's a question mark. It's interesting. Let's unpack it. Let's talk about it. But with the Philadelphia Eagles, it's a guaranteed truth. It's a reality. Because the Miami Dolphins were such a great team last year, right? Okay, sure. And the Kansas City Chiefs, Fangio was a consultant in 22. Okay. Oh my gosh. I mean, even how this is worded, could you see Philly pulling off upset? And then at the bottom it says, read on Mahomes in pressure moments, he flourishes. Are we talking about the Philadelphia Eagles or not? Like, what? And remember how everyone had a panic attack, mainly Nick, about the Super Bowl favorites, who's favored to win the Super Bowl, and how it was the Philadelphia Eagles. He goes, this is disrespectful! This is ridiculous! And yet now here the Kansas City Chiefs are favored. Remember when I said it was a bunch of nonsense to cry about all that? Remember? I remember. Because it was like not even a week ago. I like how you guys can't see this, but even under the screen, it says, Philadelphia Eagles, first Super Bowl appearance since 22. And it's like, yeah, it was only a couple years. When you say something like that, when you phrase a sentence like that, it's like the first Super Bowl appearance since 1974 or something like that. That makes sense. But the first Super Bowl appearance since 22. Okay, yes. They were in the Super Bowl in 22. Like, they weren't in 23, and now they are in, 24/25, They weren't there the one year, and then they were there the next year. Like, what? First Super Bowl since last year. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I don't know how Philadelphia Eagles fans do it. How they manage it. I really don't. Cause it's just there's so much that I want to say, but I'm just not going to. Just not right now. Cause I'm really excited for this Super Bowl. I'm really excited for this matchup. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be fun. I think there's a lot of pressure on both teams. Both teams really want it. I think this is the hardest matchup for both teams. For the Chiefs versus the Eagles and the Eagles versus the Chiefs. I think it's going to be fascinating to see, can Saquon break through? How great can Jalen Hurts be? Can the defense for the Philadelphia Eagles step up and slow down Patrick Mahomes at all, put pressure on Mahomes? Can that Eagles offense keep going? Keep the train moving? When it is 4th and 3 and they ask Jalen Hurts to throw, does A.J. Brown come up with a big play? Can Kellen Moore keep up with Fangio? Can Andy Reid keep up with, can Kellen Moore keep up with Spags? Can Andy Reid, can Fangio keep up with Andy Reid? Like, I'm so excited to see this unfold. And I'm excited for the conversation surrounding those very things. But I'm not going to do the constant questioning. We're not going to question how good a Super Bowl team can be. We're not going to question how good Jalen Hurts can be in a Super Bowl when we've literally seen him in a Super Bowl. This is going to be Jalen Hurts' first Super Bowl since 22. And being the 5th player in NFL history to reach 2 Super Bowls before the age of 27. And Jalen Hurts has one of the greatest, not an opinion, it's not an opinion, a literal fact, one of the greatest Super Bowl performances in NFL history. It's not an opinion. It's truly not an opinion. It's a literal statistical fact. And I'm not going to spend the next couple of weeks leading up to the Super Bowl questioning all of this. I have no idea how Jalen Hurts will play. I have no idea how Saquon will play. This O-line, this defense. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to have moments where he's just like, oh my God, that's Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid's going to have an awesome game plan. Fangio is going to make Jalen Hurts, have moments where you're just like, ugh. And I'm excited to see how the Eagles respond. I'm excited to see Saquon Barkley rip off a huge run and be like, yeah, good luck stopping that. I'm watching Jalen Hurts rip off a run. Watch Jalen Hurts hit A.J. Brown, Devontae, Dallas, etc. Having some of these, tight end runs with Dallas Goedert. Seeing, can the Kansas City Chiefs stop the brotherly shove? Like, I'm excited for all of those moments. And I'm not going to let nonsense conversations leading up to it. I'm just not. Because that's what everyone had to listen to. The Packers, they're going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. They were really fortunate to come away with that win. The Rams, I think they're going to lose. Matthew Stafford, they were really lucky. There was the weather, the snow, and they almost lost. The Rams had it. There was a missed penalty. Oh, okay, right. A missed penalty for the Rams against the Eagles, but nope, never a missed penalty for the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. I got it. I understand the rules now. I understand. Well, the Commanders almost beat the Eagles. If it wasn't for the fact that the Eagles were 7 for 7 in the red zone and forced 3 turnover fumbles, then the Commanders were ready to win this game. Okay. That's what you say. That's what you say. Hey, Joe, what do you know? But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Philadelphia Eagles? Could you see Philly pulling off an upset? Could you see the Philadelphia Eagles actually winning a game? I mean, I don't know if I could see it. I don't know if I could see it. Can you see them winning a game? I don't know. It's shocking that we could answer that question. Could you see Philly pulling off upset? It's amazing. Could you imagine the team that's in the Super Bowl winning the Super Bowl? Let me know if you can. Let me know if you can see the team that's in the Super Bowl winning the Super Bowl. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I read every single comment. So whether you agree or disagree, please just let me know. We'll get in some discussions. We'll get in some fights. It'll be a blast. And please don't forget to consider subscribing. I'm going to build a community that we all feel connected to. Something that we all are really excited to be part of. And I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.